Look at that. That's my son. Anyway, it's me, Steve Carter. I just got done watching the movie Primal Fear with Richard Gere. The guy sticks a hamster up his ass and shit, even though he was married to Cindy Crawford. It all stars Edward Norton, Laura Linney, a whole slew of other cast of characters. Good fucking movie. I give it A plus, plus, A plus, 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 Ralphie boy. It had tits, and I didn't have any dick or any, ass, guy's ass, so that was good. And, I had some chick's ass, it was brief nudity, so, that wasn't good, but the whole plot centered around how Edward Norton plays like this altar boy, and he kills this bishop, who's highly loved by the community in his church. And it comes out, that this bishop, is forcing these altar boys to have sex, with these, this one girl, named Linda or whatever, and there's video of it, it's getting passed around and shit like that, and people won't believe it until it finally comes out in court, and it's just a horrible, brutal crime. Edward Norton's like, no, it wasn't me, it was a third man. And so they're trying to get to the third man. They bring out this, doctor, and played by Frances McDormand, and she's really a good job. And she tried to get, him to talk about Linda or Lisa maybe or whatever. There's something with an L, that bitch name. Anyway, he's like, dude, don't talk about Linda or don't get me started on that bitch, And then she keeps on going at him, and he's like, where the fuck do you think you're going, bitch? And she gets all scared and shit, and he turns into this pseudo personality, called himself Roy or some shit. And he's all, yeah, you think fucking Sherman or Stanley or whoever this faggot Norton could pull off a murder like this? No, it was me, Roy, and I had to hold his hand the whole time, And so now this therapist tries to tell Richard Gere about it, but he's too busy sticking a hamster up his ass. So then when he goes